Hey everyone, I'm Stacy, the 911 Stitcher. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch and crafting. Today is Wednesday, September 7th. This is video number 96. So usually I start my videos by saying, wow, it's September. What happened to August? But in this case, August was the longest month of my life because of the heat. I'm in Southern California and it is just hot. We are miserable. And I thank God every day for air conditioning because this is ridiculous. This has to be probably the hottest summer we've ever had. Today it's one of the worst days. It's about 110, which is 43.3 Celsius. So yeah, it's been staying the last week or so around 107, 41.6 Celsius. So it's just unbearably hot. We don't do anything. We stay home. We love sports, so we've had a lot of sports to watch. However, we did go to baseball games last week because my Yankees were in town. When the Yankees come to town, for me, it's like a national holiday. I will go to every game I can. And so I said, that's it. I grinned, I bared it, and we went. We had hot dogs, we had peanuts, we had Minute Maid lemonade, like a ice cream type of thing, and we just ate like crazy. We had a blast. I'll show a couple pictures here. So my husband, he's a big Angels fan. That's our local team, is the California Angels and the Los Angeles Dodgers. So I grew up a Dodger fan. My family are all Dodger fans, but the Yankees mean a lot to me. I became a Yankee fan when I got hurt at the police department, and I laid in bed for months with my leg in a machine, and 3 surgeries, and I had my leg in the machine most of the time. So I had Yankee games to watch and Dodger games in the evening. So both teams mean a lot to me. I feel like they got me through a really bad injury. And so when the Yankees come to town, I'm all over it. So it was really fun. We had a great time. So we're dealing with the heat. We're dealing with mosquitoes. Yesterday I had 3 bites on my face. So my face is still a little puffy, but it's just, they've been unbearably bad this year. Just going outside, we get attacked and stuff. So anyway, I decorated for fall. I'll show a few pictures here. And it was really fun. It's probably one of my favorite times of year because I love the colors so much. And it's been fun decorating the house. I have relatives coming from Washington next week, so we're excited to have them. So I wanted to do a video while I had some time today. So one of the things that I've kind of been into as far as decorating for fall is potpourri. I went to a local shop. We have Hobby Lobby here, and I went to Hobby Lobby and I was looking for one of those little packets. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They're like a paper packet and they smell good. You shake them up, you can put them in your closets and stuff. And I looked everywhere. I saw it there one day and the next day it was gone. When I went back to get them, they were all gone. And it smelled like, kind of like what you would think, like pumpkin-y. It had the best cinnamon type of smell. So I went back and I talked to the lady at Hobby Lobby and she says, well, we have these bags. And she handed me this giant bag of potpourri. And I'm like, I don't want this giant bag. This thing is huge. And it's super, super, super strong. Then I got the bright idea to use you don't put the whole thing out. It would blow out your house with the smell of cinnamon and fall. So what I did is I've been into getting little bowls. This happens to be a candy bowl that I use, but I'd like to get some more dough bowls. Pretend that this is a fall ornament. All of my fall ornaments are back here or put away in a box. So I don't have them all out right now. But anyway, I have been into displaying potpourri with a cross stitch. So in this case, it's a strawberry. It's one of the strawberries that I made from the Bristol sampler book. I think this is book 1 or, pamphlet 1. And I just had so much fun taking this potpourri bag. I don't want to dump it but you can see that it's got just little dehydrated, like pine cones. It's got little, this bag is it's got leaves that smell like cinnamon. And I've just had so much fun making a display. It's sliding down because I'm tilting it, but it makes the cutest little fall display for your cross stitch. What a great idea. Like I said, pretend this is fall and it just made the cutest little display in my kitchen. And so I've really been into decorating, making the house smell good, getting some fun bowls, and putting my cross stitch together in something really cute. And that's what I did back here too. So this big bag, I ended up going back to the store. I left the store thinking, I don't need this giant bag. I ended up going back for a second bag the next day because I thought, well, I'll just put a couple of these out because they're very strong, but without blowing out, you know, making it too strong. If it's too strong, it gives me a headache. But I thought, what a great display. I put some leaves, I put cross stitch, and I put some of this potpourri in there. And now it's not too strong at all. It's very slight smell. It makes the room just smell so nice. And it really gives a great look like this as a display for with a bowl or a dough bowl that you can get maybe at an antique shop or, you know, at a Target, Hobby Lobby. So it's been really, really fun to kind of make displays and then just put them in the different rooms. I've really enjoyed doing that. So anyway, thought I'd mention that. Things you can do with potpourri, things you can do with your cross stitch, displays you can make, tiered tray. That is a 2-tiered tray. I loaded that tray up and it just makes for the cutest ornaments. So other than that, that's all the life updates that I have. I do have a great road trip coming up. I'm hoping to hit some cross stitch stores. This was a trip that we had planned last year. We try and do trips in October, November every year. So this year we're going to do a road trip. Originally we were going to go to Antarctica. We had the trip planned, but for medical reasons, my mom, you know, I don't like being too far from her right now. She has Parkinson's disease and it's advanced a little bit. So, and me and my arm, it's not completely healed. So I really didn't want to go that far for a couple different reasons. And we're going to stay local. We're going to take a really nice long, maybe 3-week road trip leaving in November, sometime around October, November. And actually it's going to be November now that I think about it, because Halloween, as you guys know, is a huge deal in my track. I always try and put pictures of all the thousands of kids, trick-or-treaters that we get. So it's really fun. So we'll be here for that and we'll leave around sometime in November. So we are going to hit all kinds of states, New Mexico, Tennessee, North Carolina. We're going to go to Chicago, Wisconsin area. So I'm hoping to get to some cross-stitch shops along the way. If you have Instagram, I will be posting pictures and I'll try on and do a couple videos along the road trip maybe and show you guys what's going on and include you in some of the cross stitch stores in case you ever get the chance to visit some. I know there's a few, one in Spring Green, Wisconsin I want to go to, Country Sampler, Inspired Needle in Lamont, Illinois. So there's a lot of fun things along the way. And so when it comes to did I say crotch? Cross stitch stores. Oh my God, I can see this video is going to go downhill real fast. Anyway, when it comes to cross stitch stores, I got some fun stuff coming up. So I'll include you guys. I'll show some pictures and stuff. And I always like it to say I take you along with me. So anyway, let's talk about cross stitch. I've got a lot planned to talk about today. I'll show some progress of some things that I've been working on. A lot of questions on this piece here. This is Crow's Lullaby by the Primitive Hair. It is still available. The fabric is a real crusty tea-dyed, antique-y looking fabric. I loved working on it. It's called Old Salem, and it's a 30 count, I believe. It's also available through the Primitive Hair or your local cross-stitch stores. This here is Stacy Nash Designs. It is called Stables at Hollyberry Farm. It was a blast. It really, and it's stitched on ale. Picture this plus ale. I wanted it to be a material that reminded me of my aunt. My aunt lives on a 30-acre ranch, and I grew up with horses. I grew up with cattle, and this reminds me, the fabric reminds me of the sacks that she had. I think it was full of oats, if I'm not mistaken, for treats for the horses. So I can't remember exactly what it was filled with, but I remember as a kid going in there, grabbing I think it was oats, and we gave it to the horses and stuff. And we had carrots and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, that is Stacy Nash Stables at Hollyberry Farm. It was fun. So as you can see, I did fall decorating. I showed you the pictures in the beginning of the video. I was able to find a 3-tiered tray. The pumpkins are from Lisha. She is the Southern Ladybug. I'll link her down below because she is getting ready. I think she said to add, where did I see that? Or am I making it up? She has an Etsy shop. So I'm going to link her below. She does a lot of really pretty crochet pumpkins. And this blue one is what I really, really love. I love all of them. I also got the same pumpkins for my mom to decorate for her house as well. So in the tiered tray, I've got two. I've got the Raccoon Rabble, which is by Plum Street Sampler. And you can't see that. You may have seen it in the pictures. That is Pumpkin House by Chessie and Me. It was available through kittenstitcher.com, and I still saw it online when I checked a few days ago. Anyway, it's been fun. I'm going to add some more fall colors to this tree and make it more of a fall tree coming up pretty soon. So that's what I've been up to. I've been doing a lot of stitching, so I'll show the progress in just a little bit. So what have you guys been working on? I'd like to hear in the comments below, what were your plans for September? I am participating in Santa September. That's hosted by Denise. She is Goose Designs on Facebook. I am also doing, which I do every year, Sampler September. So I'll show you what I've been working on, but those are the two that I picked for September. But there's lots of stuff. Fat Quarter Shop is starting. Sunflower Mystery Stitch Along. I think that actually started maybe a few days ago. Check out their website for the Sunflower Mystery Stitch Along. Some people have been doing Sampler September Soiree or Sampler Soiree. That is an Instagram hashtag where you pick a reproduction sampler, if I'm not mistaken. I'm doing Sampler September, where I think mine are still reproduction samplers, but it's basically for any kind of sampler you want to stitch. You can use that hashtag on Instagram or even Facebook, and you can see people's progress. It's actually really fun. Small September. Somebody I saw was doing Small September. So they're actually making little smalls like this, and there's a few smalls in my tree, cross-stitch smalls in my tree. So that's a great idea. Just do smalls for the month of September. What a brilliant, brilliant idea. So Needlework Expo is over. Did you guys see all the amazing charts? I tried to show as many as I could in some of my videos. I always have a section at the end of my videos for new releases, but I can't catch them all. It's just impossible. There were so many great new charts that are coming out. So I ordered a bunch. I know I've got a pretty good sized bill coming from Garon Stitchery. Gary and Ronnie are fantastic. I've recently started watching their newest Flosstubes. They're fantastic. And their service for getting your cross-stitch supplies are really great. So I ordered quite a bit of charts. I think I ordered 7 charts from them. I recently ordered a project bag. Ronnie makes the best project bags. They're beautiful. This will be my first one. I always see them online, but I've never had one myself. So Expo's over. Shops are getting the new charts. Shops get them first. If you guys are trying to find them on the designers' Etsy shops or websites, and you might not see them on there, it's because this is about needlework shops. This is about, giving our love to the needlework shops. So they get first dibs. Maybe later on they'll maybe come onto their Etsy shops and their websites. So if you don't see them on there, that's why. Check with a local needlework shop, whether it be online or in person, and ask for a chart that you maybe were interested in. So what other stitch alongs? There are a couple coming up. I saw Tempting Tangles. If you guys aren't familiar with her charts, check out her website. She's got some beautiful charts. I remember she did one called Quakers in Scotland that my friend did, and it was beautiful. She does a lot of country themes, and this time she's doing Quakers in Scandinavia. That sounds like a fun stitch along, and I believe it's a mystery stitch along where it comes out in parts. So you get different parts emailed to you. You stitch them every month, I think it is, or every couple weeks, and then the next block comes out. So you start building the picture. It's really fun. So let's see, temptingtanglesdesigns.com, Quakers in Scandinavia. Okay, let's talk about a free chart. How many of us absolutely love Melissa at Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting and Stitching? She has a blog where she offers free charts, and this one is called Aunt Mariah, Aunt Mariah's Autumn Salt Box. and it's free. She's wonderful. She always offers us free charts. It's just so sweet of her to do that for us. So I want to tell you about that. I will put the link to that down below. Polka dot scissors. Let's talk about polka dot scissors. And unfortunately, I can't find my pair. I know they're around here somewhere. I don't know where they are. Somebody, actually not just somebody, several people asked me. I had posted a picture on Instagram of some, I think they're about 3.75 inches or about this tall. They're mini scissors with polka dots. I have been looking because people have asked me, where did you get those scissors? And I don't remember, but I've been looking for them. But I did see Fat Quarter Shop had some. Remember last video we talked about the breast cancer cause, and they had some charts, which I'm doing as giveaways for the support group for breast cancer. Well, these scissors are Hope polka dot scissors, and they are in stock. So go check them out. Fat Quarter Shop had them in hot pink, pink polka dot, hot pink and white. Now to me, they didn't look like super hot pink. I thought they were really pretty. So I wanted to mention that since some of you guys were looking for polka dot scissors. Advent calendars. I've been on the hunt to see who's offering advent calendars this year. In the past, I've gotten some great boxes. I did a YouTube video on that. What are advent boxes? What are, where can you go to get them? I've done a previous video just on that. So take a look at that video to get some ideas of what you get in the box. Usually it's like either 25 days or some people have less, like, is it 20 days of the advent calendar? Days leading up to Christmas. They individually wrap things in paper and it's a surprise as to what it is inside the paper. I found someone new this year, Reflets de Soie in France. If you go to their website, it is reflets-de-soie, SOIE.fr. They're offering an advent box, and I think that this box is very affordable. It is like 54 euros. So that's a pretty good box. I think I paid more for some of my other boxes. They said that you will get a hint of embroidery, which means thread, Alvera silk, and sajou. You also get a bit of embroidery as far as 4 charts. You also get a couple surprises and some tea samples. She said 2 samples of tea or herbal tea in the box. You don't know what you're going to get in the package, but you're going to get some surprises. So that sounds like fun. Now, Reflets de Soie is one of my favorites. I actually have a collection of their charts. If you're not familiar with them, they have a very distinctive look, really pretty colors to their sampler charts. Now, this just as an example, Louisa Barney, 1892. I'm just going to show a couple. Here's one with a blast of color. It is Francie, 1870. Look at the blast of color here. Lots and lots of beautiful colors. I love the dog up there, and that's called Francie, 1870. Here's another one that I loved. I don't really know how to pronounce the last name, but Albertine, 1907. I'll show the name. So this is Reflets de Soie. You can see a distinctive, distinctive style to these samplers. So I can only imagine. Here's one that's all pink, Sampler de Olga, pink and red. How gorgeous. So you can definitely see they've got a style here of color and animals, roses. This one is called Le Moqueur de Marie. Who knows if I pronounced that right. Anyway, Louisa Lallier. This is another really popular one here, 1901. So definite style. There's a purple one. Oh, this is so pretty. This looks like a smaller one. Emma Punkin, purple. So this is Reflets de Soie. That's the name here. And if you can see the website, I'm going to link it down below. So it gives you an idea of their style and what could be something, maybe something similar inside the box. Okay, let's talk about a new Flosstuber. I've been watching a lot of new Flosstubers lately. Actually, I take that back. Since my last video, I mentioned some new Flosstubers there, and I'm going to list another one today. Grace is a friend of mine, and she is Paisley Stitcher. She just came out with her second YouTube video. Check out Grace if you like samplers, if you like, oh, she works on some big, beautiful projects, beautiful samplers. Check her out, Paisley Stitcher, and she's wonderful. I got to meet her, have I met her twice? At the attic. We had a retreat, 3 times I think I've met Grace. Anyway, she's my friend. She lives in San Diego and she's wonderful. So check her out. In the first video, she did have a few spots where the volume kind of went in and out. Just look at what she's showing and she comes right back. So if you get to a part of the video where the sound kind of goes out a little bit, she comes right back. So anyway, video 2 just came out. Check out Paisley Stitcher. All right, let's talk about giveaway winners. We had a lot. I'm going to go through them pretty quick. Support group cross stitch. Now this is the breast cancer charts and needle minder for cross stitch that I talked about last video. The winner for this one is Nathalie Fitzgerald. And I'm going to show your comment. Contact me. Let me show my email address just real quick so you guys can copy that down so you can write to me. The next pattern was support the quilt pattern. Now this is specifically for quilting. The winner for this one is Nicola Powell. Congratulations, both of you, Nathalie and Nicola. You're the winners. Stitch cards. These are so popular. They are so fun and so cute to stitch. The winner is Tracy Garvin. So get a hold of me, Tracy. And next we have Flea Market Flowers. Isn't this beautiful? This is such a popular chart. Jerry is the winner. So Jerry, get a hold of me and I will send you this chart. Doesn't have like a plastic cover, so I'm going to put it in some plastic to keep it kind of protected in a padded envelope. So everything goes in a padded envelope. Next we have the Tea Time cross stitch pattern. This is also from the Fat Quarter Shop. The winner is Blinking Cat. So get a hold of me, winners. I had 2 of these that I accidentally bought, Bristol Berry 2. These are so fun. I'm going to show you one of my berries in just a few minutes when I talk about berries. Carol Turner, you are the winner. This is a great chart. Okay, we also have 3 project bags, green, pink, and blue. Now what I didn't know about these, because I didn't want to open them. These are packaged by the Fat Quarter Shop. I didn't want to open them. However, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that the bags look like fabric, that there's holes in them? You can actually cross stitch a little picture in the middle of it. I didn't know that at the time. These are cool. Mad for Plaid project bag. Very fun. So 3 winners. The winners are Kimberly Pham, Bio Boy Stitcher, and Diane Lemon. You each got a project bag. I will send them to you as soon as I hear from you. Okay, let's talk about new starts. What have I been working on? New starts. Santa September so far has been a fail. Temporary. So I decided to get this cross stitch chart called Old Saint Nick by the Prairie Schooler. It is book number 58. And I'm doing him. Let me show him a little closer. Look at his coat with that gold, really pretty gold. I was talking to my friend Michelle, made by Michelle McGraw on YouTube. We were saying, wouldn't that be pretty to do like a treasure braid or some kind of a toile to give it a little sparkle without being too much sparkle. So anyway, here's the one I'm doing. And again, this is the name of it, Old Saint Nick. I started him on Vintage Country Mocha, which I love. I didn't want a plain tan. Now, he looks good with a plain tan. I think they all do. I think they all look great with a plain tan. I like it mottled a little bit. So I chose Vintage Country Mocha, and you can see it's very wrinkly. You can see the modeling in here. So I started him on 40 count. I didn't like it. I want him to be, if I do him as a stand-up, just like this, I want him to be taller. I don't want it to be a small 40 count. So I decided to quit stitching on this. I decided to restart it when my fabric comes in from 1, 2, 3 stitch. It's on its way. And I got 32 count. I'm going to use 2 threads. And I think I'm going to be a lot happier with him. I think he's going to be better as a little bit taller of a stand-up, because I'd like to have him stand up back here. I just didn't want 40 count to be so small. So I'm going to do him a little bit bigger, and I think he's going to come out really pretty. So he's going to be a restart this month as soon as the fabric comes in. Okay, Anne McFarlane sampler. Let's get her out. She is beautiful and fun to stitch on. Now, sampler September. I had not planned on starting a new sampler, but I thought, why not? It's just sitting on my shelf. So here's the Anne McFarlane sampler. I'll take her out. This sampler is different. And for some reason, I look at the houses and think it looks a little spooky. I don't know why. I don't think it's meant to be a spooky town, but for me, there's just something about it. I love it. So I decided to do it in black. It is charted for 336 DMC and 3787, which is a brown gray. So it's blue and brown gray, 2 colors. I decided I'm going to do it all in black. And this is by the Wishing Thorn. They have a website, the Wishing Thorn. Let's see if it says on here. I will link it down below because I don't see her website listed on the chart. Great service. I've ordered project bags from her before. I decided to start this on marbled pointer. So you can see some modeling on there, some purple. I think that's going to be really pretty without being too much. So that's my very, very small start. And again, I think the modeling is just perfect for this sampler. Just a small start. I'm going to work more on this so you'll get to see the more progress next time. This fabric is just so beautiful. It's by XJude Design, and again, it's called Marbled Pointer. So it's primarily a tan. A little bit more modeling at the top, but you can see it throughout. So, XJude Design and Anne McFarlane sampler. And that is on 40 count. What other projects have I been working? Oh, and the thread that I'm using is Black Sulky. I'll worry about the over one. If there's a little over one, I'm going to switch it to Soie Surfine, which is a really, really thin silk thread, which I don't care if I mix silk and cotton. It's going to look great. I've done it before. It looks fantastic. So, okay. If I need to, if I'm not able to do the over one with the sulky, which I suspect I won't be able to, I don't have any. Oh, I do have some Soie Surfine here, do I? Let's see here. This is Soie Surfine. So it looks like this. It's just very, very thin, and it'll make doing the over. This is blue. This is not what I'm using, but I'll use black to do the over one. The lettering probably is my guess. It's over one. So I'm going to switch to that and do that over one if I can't make it work with the sulky. Okay, this is my next project I've been working on. Calico Confectionery, 'Tis Autumn. Now I started this project thinking, oh, I just need something small. Holy Moses, was I wrong? There is a lot of stitching in here. He is adorable. I love him. Pretty much the scarecrow, everything from the scarecrow and the sign. I have a little more to do on the side, but the scarecrow is done. Calico Confectionery is on Etsy. Let me pull out my whip to show you. Okay, so here's my progress. Isn't he just adorable? Oh, poop. Hold on. Here he is. I love this fabric so much. I love the modeling on it. I want to do some prairie schoolers on it, and I decided to order an entire yard. This is, what is this? Needle and Flax in colorway Hemingway. So look at the pretty modeling. Isn't that beautiful? I love this fabric. So I'll show him up close. He's a 40 count. I'm actually using 2 threads. You're probably going, oh, 2 threads on 40 count? I love it. This weave was a little loose, so I was able to get away with it and use the 2 threads on 40. Normally I would use 1, but I think it looks great. If you can see the back stitching on the scarf, I don't think that's going to show up that well. Maybe a little bit on the scarf. And the patches, because it's straw coming out. How adorable is that? Very, very cute. But that is a lot of stitching, a lot of heavy stitching. So he's been fun. He will be a finish the next time you see him. And I'm just using DMC, really pretty colors. Okay, the next thing I've been working on is a stitch along in honor of Leanne from the YouTube video Lost in Floss. Now, if you've watched them as long as I have, you will know that Barb and Leanne do the videos together. Leanne passed away, and Barb now does the video. She has continued to do the videos. And so Barb did a stitch along in honor of Leanne's birthday, which was in August. And so she said, anybody that wants to join, pick any project that that reminds you of Leanne, or something that you just want to participate in while we all think about Leanne on her birthday. So I chose, let's see, oh, it's down here. I chose by Bluebird, no, it's called Bluebird Boarding House by Blue Ribbon Designs. And I thought this was so beautiful because Leanne was such a beautiful person, so sweet, and just a character to watch. She made me laugh. She was wonderful. And I still watch Lost in Floss, but I miss her. I miss seeing her, and as everybody else does too. So I picked this because of the bluebirds, the pink. I just think this chart was so beautiful, and it's by Blue Ribbon Designs, Bluebird Boarding House. Anyway, I chose that because I thought it was beautiful, and I think of her as I stitch on it. I think she was a beautiful person. So mine is on 40 count Be Stitch Me. The color is called Not Another Sampler. It's a beautiful, beautiful mottled fabric. Let's pull this up a little bit. There we go. So I'm halfway done. I've got the top part done. I think it's so pretty. Wait till you I have a little blue. You can't see it that well, but there's blue right in here on the top. I think it's beautiful, and I'm so happy with this fabric. It's just a gorgeous fabric. So as you can see, I have a new board. Let me use my board. I'm excited to finally get to use my board. Okay, so as you can see, I am halfway done. Let's see if you can, yeah, you can see it sort of. I've just got the house, the big, big house, and the bluebirds, the vines. So I should have this done pretty soon. So what a beautiful chart. As soon as it came out, I saw that and went, wow. You know what I like about this? It's lightweight. I'm not supposed to lift anything with this arm yet, and I can lift this because there's no weight to it at all. It's so lightweight. Anyway, beautiful. I think this is coming out really, really pretty. Okay, two more. I have Bristol Red. Now, Bristol Red is a sampler that I started on perforated paper. Back in June, I attended a retreat at the Attic Needlework, hosted by Jean and her crew, and I learned a lot more about Bristol samplers. Bristol samplers, as you know, come from the orphan homes back in the late 1800s, where the little girls stitched Bristol samplers. So this is what it looks like. And I'm doing it with Belle Soie variegated red, very, very slight variegation. And I decided to do it on perforated paper because one of the things I didn't know was that some of the samplers by the little girls were done on perforated paper, and linen too, of course. But anyway, this is just so cool. It's been fun to stitch on. It has not been fun to pick out because I had to pick out something the other day. So here's my progress, and I'll show you up close. This is just really fun. So what I did, I was having trouble holding it. As you guys know, I just had pretty extensive surgery on my elbow and forearm, and I'm having a hard time holding on to it. So I had some people say, that's a good picture of the modeling. I tea dyed the fabric or the perforated paper. I will do a tutorial. I know I keep saying it, but I will do it now that I've got the paper in, the new paper. It comes in white. This particular one has to be done on 18 count, not 14 count, or it's not going to fit. So again, this is what it looks like all together, and this is the progress on it. So in order to do this, make sure you get in, if you decide to try perforated paper, if you want to tea dye it, hold on for the video, or just, it was just so easy. I took a very dry tea bag. You have to have it wet, but you can't get paper wet. Ask me how I know. I pretty much destroyed a Halloween decoration by getting too much glue on it. The liquid in the glue absorbed and it destroyed the paper. So you cannot get this wet. Anyway, I tea dyed the paper and I wanted it more vintage looking, more antique looking. I think it looks really pretty, but I was having a hard time holding just the paper while I stitched. So I had a lot of people, including my friend Annette, had said, why don't you get yourself some stretcher bars? And I'm like, what are stretcher bars? Stretcher bars are basically, here's the back. I'm going to show you the back so you can kind of get a picture of the wood. So here's the wood. Here's what it looks like. You join these two sides. When you order stretcher bars, I got mine off 1-2-3 Stitch. And now I can hold this so much better. But what I also can do is attach it to my stand. So I have a clamp, and the clamp comes down like this where my hand is, and I can two-hand stitch on it. Or just if you want to stitch regular, you can. You don't have to hold this. Your clamp can hold it. Put a piece of felt over this to protect the paper so you don't get a big clamp mark. Put a piece of felt, put it in a clamp or a stand of some sort, and you're ready to go. So that's what I can do now. I can stitch on it without having to hold it in my hand. So what you do is the stretcher bars on 1-2-3 Stitch, they're literally $2.50, $2.60. This paper is 12 by 9, so 12 by 9. And the way that you order your stretcher bars is they come in a pack of 2 for each side. Order a 12-inch, so you're going to get 2 12-inch, and you're going to get 2 9-inch. And then what you do is you fit them together just like that, put them together, and then order some thumbtacks. I didn't have thumbtacks because the paper, it has such big holes in it. It's 18 count. You could put a thumbtack through the paper hole without messing up the paper. So it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm going to keep working on it and see how my progress grows. Grows. It's been a blast, and like I said, I got the idea at when I went to the Bristol retreat. I thought, what a great idea, doing a sampler. Maybe I won't do them all the time on perforated paper, but I'm going to give it a shot and see. And I think it's just coming out pretty cute. But watch for the tutorial. I will do a tea dyeing perforated paper tutorial, and we'll do it together so that way you get an idea of what I did. So that is Bristol Red. I'm using Belle Soie Cranberry. It's a silk. Very, very slight variegation. And I didn't want it to be too variegated to where it took away from the sampler. The next one I'm doing is Dutch Beauty. This is a popular one. A lot of you guys have asked me, when are you going to get Dutch Beauty out? Well, she's out for the month of September. She's massive. A beast of a chart. Look at how beautiful she is. I'm going to hold it up close to where I've been working. I am done with this. I'm actually starting to go into page 3. I just need to fill in this part here, the canopy, and then start the lady. That's going to take some time. So obviously she's been done on light colored fabric. I chose dark, and I did have to change some of my colors, but I chose Picture This Plus Ale, which I love ale. So pretty. By Picture This Plus, and here's my progress. So you can see I'm working on the canopy. I'm going to hold it up close so you can see the windmill the little girl, and that tree took some time. I did have to switch my gold. The called for on this fabric was way too bright. And now I'm starting the archway. And I am going to finish the arch, and then I'll start working on the lady. So that's my progress. I think she's beautiful on the dark color. What a difference. Total different look to the sampler. I'll show you it again. So here, she's beautiful on light too, beautiful. I just wanted to see an experiment. What would it look like on dark? And that's so far what we got so far. I love the color of the deers. I don't remember what kind of steel, like a steel gray color, but I think she's really, really pretty. So ale, picture this plus, that's what this is. Someone asked me what color is the yellow that I used. I used 729. So that is one of the colors that I had to switch out. And last night, I'm looking at my colors. So here's the beautiful colors, okay? Here's the ale. You can see the colors up against it, right? Okay. Pretty, pretty colors. So last night, I've even got myself a beautiful Dutch thread keep. One of these days, I'll show you guys how to make these. These are actually really easy. I've been making these since I was like a teenager. And it's a windmill. It's kind of hard to see. It's a windmill. And it's little Dutch colors, the Delft blue. Anyway, as I was going through my threads last night, I'm thinking I made floss tags, just a little sticker, a plain white floss tag for my project. And I'm going through all these little pretty, pretty colors. And all of a sudden, I find him. What? Stacy, really? You couldn't make the effort to make a couple more of these? You just had to grab him? Anyway, he doesn't really belong, but okay, so those are my projects. I always do this. I start talking about new releases, but I want to show some stash. So giveaway coming up next video, I'm going to give away the Bee in My Bonnet planner that I got from the Fat Quarter Shop. They said I could keep it if I wanted to, but I think it would be fun for, I love it, but I already have a 2023. It's a really nice calendar. And so I'm going to give it to one of you guys next video. It is a monthly calendar. It also has a day planner, you know, like for days of the week. So it looks like this. So I will show this next video and we'll do a giveaway on it. Super, super pretty day planner. So let's look at some more stash. What other stash do I have? Fat Quarter Shop sent more giveaways for you guys for a future video because I've got giveaways planned already. We've got Santa Claus. Isn't he cute? This is by It's So Emma Stitchery. They have also sent a quilt pattern, which is going to include for any quilter that wants to use the foundation paper in 3 different sizes they sent. So I'm going to make this a package for any quilter that might want this. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to go through that and I'll do them as a giveaway as a set. That's going to be kind of fun. So let's see what else I got. Now, when I had just had my surgery, I received a box with a couple different friends in my Facebook group, Stitching 911 on Facebook. They put together a box for me. And it was actually Muriel that got everybody together, had them send her some items so she could put a box together for me, like a get well box. I was so floored with what everybody sent me. It meant the world to me. And they're just a very special group of ladies that I am so fortunate to know. So thank you guys. So in the box, there was a couple charts. I'm going to show the charts. This is Plum Street Sampler, Uri Grand Old Flag, Sampler House number 3. Now, some of these charts got mixed up with the box contents. So if this didn't come from them, my contents are right there. So like I said, everything's kind of jumbled up right now, but I wanted to show you guys the charts because these are really pretty. Next, I got this amazing chart. It is Meeting House by Exemplar Dames Designs. I do not know if this is still available, but look at that castle. Isn't that amazing? So this is the name, Exemplar Dames Designs, and it's called Meeting House. Very cool. It's a beautiful chart. Here's one that came in the box, Joyride by Calico Confectionery. Now, you know I'm working on Calico Confectionery right now. That's the Scarecrow one I just showed. Isn't that beautiful? What a pretty, pretty chart. And she sent the fabric as well. Thank you so much. This is called Joyride. What a beautiful chart. So I love that she sent the fabric too. And I also got Autumn Lane Stitchery Pumpkin Stack. And this is also, she sent the fabric as well. I see a lot of stitching in my future. This one is called Pumpkin Stack. Very cute. I got on eBay, I could have just gone down to a local shop that sells this. It is the October 24th, 2022 edition of Just Cross Stitch. A friend of mine had showed me a couple of projects inside that I really liked, and I'll show you. This is beautiful. I like that cover. This pattern's in there as well. But what I really liked was this black work pumpkin. Isn't that beautiful? I'll show it up close. How adorable is that pumpkin? So there is a pattern for that inside, black work pumpkin. And then I like the smalls that were inside as well. I wanted to show you real quick. These are just all adorable. The witch is done, I think, on black perforated paper. I have not seen black paper, so I was kind of surprised to see that that was the called for. And then these decorations as well. I'd like to do all of them. I think they're very, very cute. So I could see me doing some smalls for my tree, my Halloween tree. So that's why I got this book, was for those patterns. And again, this is October 24th, 2022, Just Cross Stitch magazine. I received some of the sweetest charts. I'm going to talk about new releases. One of them blew me away. It is by Hemlock Rye. Now, if you're not familiar, you have to check out her Flosstube to see her finishes of this sampler. Now, I'm going to show a picture of it here in a minute, but let me show you my printed version, which is not as pretty as her version. So Hemlock Rye is Julie. She is a YouTuber. She is Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World is the name of her Flosstube. And this is called the Neapolitan Sampler. Here's the name. And here's the charts. She has charted it two different ways. She charted it in the bolder colors and in the lighter colors. So what I did is I printed the, I love the darker color. So I printed the original colorway. Isn't that beautiful? Now, let me show you what they really look like. Because this, when you print, it's kind of faded. I'll show you here the bold and the original. And when you get this chart, it's called Gumroad. I'm going to link her down below. When you go down to get the chart, you put in the price you want to pay. Now, she has a suggested price in there this time because I think she worked very hard on this. Not only did she stitch this, but she stitched it both ways for us to see. She also charted it for us in two different colors. So I just think this is so beautiful. So if you decide to get the chart, give her some love. She worked really hard on this, and I will link this chart and her Gumroad. What is it? Is it gumroad.com? I don't think so. Let me see if I have the, oh, it's hemlockandrye.gumroad.com. And it says name a fair price. That's what you pay, what you want to pay. Awesome. This is another beautiful chart. It's a heaven and earth design, and I love full coverage. I love it. This was a gift from Michaela, Mount Cabin Home, and it's got a German Shepherd on it. Isn't that just beautiful? He looks a lot like Deuce, my German Shepherd. So I am so grateful for this. Thank you, Michaela. And it's charted with a lot of colors. I love full coverage. When I came back to cross stitching, this is exactly what I came back to, is full coverage. So anyway, that's beautiful. It's called Mount Cabin Home, and it is available through Heaven and Earth Designs. Just gorgeous. The next thing that I got was Mrs. Claus Bakery by Finally a Farm Girl. She also has a new release that I'm going to show in the new release section. And this is what this one looks like. It is adorable. This is a little faded because of my printer, but check out that clock and the little mouse up there. It's adorable. Mrs. Claus Bakery. And she has an Etsy shop, Finally a Farm Girl. So cute. Last one I wanted to show you that I got, Elizabeth Horry 1830 by Sambrie Stitches. Now she has an Etsy shop as well. She also came out with a new exclusive through Acorns and Threads. It's really cute. So this is the chart that I got. It is Elizabeth Horry 1830, and her name again, Sambrie Stitches on Etsy. So here's what she looks like. I'll hold it still. I keep moving it around. Just a really sweet sampler. Really, really pretty. And check her out because she does have a new release. Let me see if I have a picture. I'll include a picture here. It is exclusive through Acorns and Threads, and that's there in Portland, Oregon. Couple other charts that I bought. I bought the special delivery. This was, I think I got it through 123 Stitch, and I'll show you the name of it. I saw this on Made by Michelle McGraw's video, and I fell in love with it. I thought it was so beautiful. The name of the company is here, LES Petites Croix here. So check it out. I'll show you the name up here too. I bet you if you put special delivery in 123 Stitch search bar, it'll come up. Anyway, he's beautiful, beautiful. You know, and they make fabric that is that color that has the stars on it. So you wouldn't even have to stitch the stars. You could just stitch him and put him on that kind of fabric. Beautiful. Prairie Schoolers. I'm obsessed with Prairie Schooler. I got book 95, Christmas Traditions. I'm going to show them up close because this one's actually sealed. I haven't opened it yet. Christmas Traditions. That is so pretty. The manger scene, I would love to do that. And then, oh, he's cute too. Look at him up here. And next I got Halloweenies. Halloweenies is cute. I love doing little smalls, so I could take one of these and make a little ornament for my tree. Very cute. This is book 214. Holly Days, book 157. I'm going to show these up close so you can see the ornaments on them. That's really pretty. I got to think of a way to, that's actually better, to get the glare off of them. Trick or Treat. I've seen this stitch. I can't say who because she's doing it as a gift exchange, but oh my goodness, is it adorable. And she only did part of the chart, which I can't tell you which part. When she releases it, I'll mention it on my video so you guys can watch it. Who it is, what she stitched, and very, very cute. So you can actually take part of a chart. You don't have to stitch this whole thing. You could just take these little guys running down here and make a drum, or, you know, just take a part of the chart and make something out of it. Santa and Friends, book 110. That's pretty. Really pretty. And that's it for stuff that I bought. Let's talk about new releases. And I have several of them. So we talked about Hemlock and Rye, Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. I showed her new release, Hands Across the Sea, Margaret Beatty, 1866. She's a popular one. She is beautiful. Next we have Crocetta A Go-Go Halloween Time. Little Stitcher Shop on Etsy, Agatha Christie. She's actually got several of them. And then she has Tiny Bird, Little Autumn Fox. That's all available through Little Stitcher Shop. Next, this is adorable. Halloween Tree by Madame Chantilly. Isn't that just I love it. I love the ravens. Love them. Shannon Christine Designs, Old Fashioned. And I love that it's on black. I think that's a beautiful chart. Shannon Christine Designs. We also have Stacy Nash. I didn't get to show her expo releases. These are available at Needlework shops right now. Deck the Coop Pin Keep. Isn't that pretty? Next we have Maria Higginson Sampler. Gorgeous. And I'm going to show these two together. Let Love Grow Pin Keep and Gather Thy Harvest Pin Keep. Shakespeare's Peddler. She just came out with one a couple days ago. C.A. Hare, 1834. These are adorable. Leela's Studio sweater ornaments. There are red and a blue. I don't think I have a picture of the blue. I'll have to search for it. But that's, I think, the one I'm showing, I think, is the red. Here's one. Emily Call on Etsy. You put it all together. Emily, C-A-L-L. This is Home. A set of 3 smalls. That's adorable. Matilda's Brew. Finally a farm girl. She came out with a new one. Adorable. Last but not least, this one she knocked this out of the park. The very first one I'm going to show is Palace of the Winds, A Study in Variegated Thread. This is by Jan Hicks Creates. Again, this is an expo release, so they're going to be at Needlework shops first before they're in Jan's shop. So Jan Hicks Creates. I told her, I said, you knocked it out of the park, girl. You did. Awesome job on that. It's gorgeous. Palace of the Winds is what it's called. Next release that she had is Samplings in Lace, Autumn. Pretty, very pretty. And she's got 2 more. Antonia Roselle E. Garcia, 1886. And last but not least, Carolyn's Balloons. These are all by Jan Hicks Creates. Awesome job, Jan. You did awesome. Okay, last but not least, let's do some giveaways for this video. I've got several. So first of all, if you've never tried Sulky Thread, this could be your chance. I like Sulky. I have used Sulky for several of my projects. And at first I wasn't too sure about it because it is thicker. Now when you're using it, it says it's comparable to 2 strands of, like, say, DMC. So if you like stitching with that type of, you know, the 2 strands of DMC, then this is for you. So this is giveaway number 1. Put Sulky Thread if you're interested in Sulky Thread. These are the colorways. They're pinks. Put interested in giveaways. Make sure in the comments down below, don't say the word giveaway. Don't say free stuff. Don't say I want to win the prize. Nothing like that. So people who aren't into stitching don't try and get the. They go in and search somehow under comments. They can search for the word giveaway and they can search for free, and they can actually put in for it and win. So don't use those words. So you have to be 18 because I'm going to ask your address. Giveaway number 1, just put Sulky Thread. Giveaway number 2, Halloween is coming. How about Halloween Quakers? This is sent in by a viewer. This part here is a little wrinkly, but the chart is perfect. If you're interested in Halloween Quakers, let me know and just put Halloween Quaker. I'll search by that. Next is another giveaway chart that was given to me for you guys as a giveaway. They stitched it, they were done with it. This is Ink Circles Tapestry. Now I looked at these charts, there's no marks on them at all. It's just, like I said, it's a used chart that's sent in, and they were hoping someone else would love to stitch it. And this is called Tapestry. put the word ink circles. Just say you're interested in the ink circles chart. The next one, we have Trick or Treat. This is a brand new chart that I bought 2 of accidentally. Stitching with the Housewives. Put Trick or Treat that you're interested in this chart. Very, very cute. Okay, I also have another set of Nora Corbett Eva Nora. This includes the beads. Now, it doesn't have thread with it, but it does include the beads. And again, she's called Eva Nora. She's beautiful, especially with the beads on. I've seen her stitch. She's gorgeous. So if you're interested in, I'm interested in the Nora Corbett chart. Last but not least, we have 2 more actually from the Fat Quarter Shop. Stitch cards. Your keyword, stitch cards. These are cute. These are like kitchen giveaway, little kitchen accessories. How cute is that? Put stitch cards. And giveaway, the very last one includes a needle minder from the Fat Quarter Shop. You are the boss. This is a cross stitch project. It looks like a quilt, but it's cross stitch. And there's your bead needle minder. Comes with it. So you want the boss chart, your keyword is boss. And you'll get the needle minder as well. Okay guys, that's it. Thanks so much everybody for watching. Put in for as many giveaways as you want. If you're interested in multiple things, put in for more than one. You never know, you might win. I will have another video in the next couple of weeks. Follow me on Instagram. I am 911 Stitcher. I also have the hashtag. If you post a picture on Instagram, just post the number sign, 911, the numbers, Stitcher, and I'll get to see it. It'll like tag me and I can see it. So thanks everybody. I will see you next time. Bye everyone.